We're approaching the end of Q1, which is a time when most business owners start checking their own, ROI for this quarter. They usually look at how much they invested in leads, website, mentorship, etc., and compare that to how much they got in return. Usually what happens is at the first glance, things might look a little bit good, right? You might have maybe 20 or 30% increase in ROI, which is a good news, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's a solid good news. But when you dig a little bit deeper in the data, sometimes, a different story emerges. You see that you're gaining clients and customers, but you're losing them fast. If not even faster than you're getting them. And that alone is a nightmare. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. And you might ask, wait a minute, why does this keep happening? I mean, if it doesn't happen, every quarter in a year, maybe, once in a year or twice in a year. The question is, why does that really happen with the business owners out there? It's because the focus has been on the quick win instead of building a lasting relationship. And hey, there's no judgment because we've all been guilty of this at some point. And so you're not alone in this. The hard truth is that the ROI alone sometimes can be misleading, and most marketers usually put that on a pedestal when it comes to priority. But the reality is ROI sometimes show you what you spent, not what you kept. Now stay with me for a minute. You see, the reason why we keep falling into that trap is because we fear losing money more than gaining it. Gotta admit, that's a hard pill to swallow, but that's how we usually operate. Hence why we put cash into campaigns that give us immediate results. And what we need to focus on instead, if we actually want to gain the most amount of profit from our client or prospects or customers that we have, is to lean and focus on LTV, which stands for customer lifetime value. It's the total amount of revenue a business can expect from a single customer over the entire time of them being our customer. But then there is still an unanswered question, and that is why LTV is important. Why not ROI? Why not other metrics? Why LTV? Which, to be honest, is a good question. But to find the answer, we first have to ask, what is the core goal of a business? The answer is to create and keep customer profitably. So naturally, the next question would be, what determined the profit? The answer is revenue from customer minus cost of acquiring them and serving them. So with that said, two things matters deeply when it comes to LTV. Number one, how much it costs to get them, aka your CAC. And number two, how much you earn from them over time, aka your LTV. Now if your LTV is bigger than your CAC, then you have a viable business. Congratulations. But if not, you're literally bleeding money in the business, even if you're making sales. Because ROI is momentary. It usually tells you the return on a specific campaign, not the overall scope of the business. But LTV is strategic. It tells you the long-term value of relationship that you have with your customer. So if you want to boost your LTV, here are two strategies that smart businesses use. Number one is the breakup prevention email. The way it works is that when a customer goes inactive, you send them this. We noticed you haven't logged in lately. Here's $15 to come back, no strings. Costco used similar tactic and they cut churn by 12%. So if you're wondering whether it's going to work out or not, just give it a shot and then let me know what is the result that you got. Strategy number two is the empathy bump. So what you do here is that you send them a short, heartfelt survey. And you're going to say, hey, what's one thing we can do to make you stay here with us forever? And then when they tell you that thing, act on it. Like, don't just try to, use it as a survey. When they tell you what's that one thing, just act on it immediately. Because that's how Groove HQ grow their LTV and increase their LTV by 70%. That's exactly what they did. So if you're still wondering whether or not it's going to work out, just give it a shot and then let me know what you got. So the bottom line here is that if you are still measuring your success or your performance only and solely by ROI, then you're missing the bigger picture. That's without any exaggeration or anything, you're completely missing the bigger picture. Because the real game isn't just about making sales. It's about keeping customers, building trust, and creating something so good that they will stick around, spend more, and tell more other people. The question I want you to ask yourself is that, are you building a business that's going to win once, or one that wins for a lifetime?